Hello, everyone. I'm just
Hello.
letting everyone in, and we'll start in a minute, okay? All right, I guess that we can slowly get started. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I'm Tammy. I'm the coordinator of the Young Founders Program, and we're very happy to have you here. And this session will be separated into parts. The first part, I will just very quickly just explain the structure of the program, of the fellowship, and everything that the activities and what's entitled to it. And then the second part will be the longest. I'll be answering you guys' questions. All right. Okay, so let me get started. Let me share my screen. Please, guys, keep your microphones muted. Thank you, everyone. Okay, fantastic. So let's get started. So this info call today is to explain a little bit about the Young Founders Program. This program is brought to you by the Vestavella Foundation, that it is a foundation for international understanding. The Vestavella Foundation, where I work at, was founded in 2013 and is a nonprofit. What it means is that we do not, at any moment, take any participation, equity, charge, fees, charge anything from you, okay? So our objective is not to make money. Every time we do make money with our programs, is reinvested into the other programs. So we do not charge any type of fee. It was founded by Dr. Guido Westerwelle, who was the former German Minister for Foreign Affairs here on Germany in Berlin. So our the headquarters is here in Germany. However, we do have 3 other offices. They are the startup houses localized in Tunisia, in Rwanda, in Tanzania. Tunisia in Tunis, Rwanda in Kigali, and Tanzania in Arusha. So it means that we have local offices in other places in the world. Dr. Guido Westerwelle decided to found this foundation because he really believed that entrepreneurship is the best way to bring change to the world. He believed that Africa was the land of opportunity, and he believed that with knowledge and support, the Global South could really have the biggest and most important startups and businesses in the world. So the mission is to uplift emerging marketers through empowered entrepreneurship. One of the co-founders, Ralph Domamuth, is an amazing CEO, and he's a super intelligent guy that I had the pleasure to meet, and he's still in our board of directors. All right, so let's talk a little bit more now about the program. What is the Young Founders Program? It's an international fellowship. What is a fellowship? It is a program in which we support these 25 entrepreneurs, and each one of them have one startup. Yes. And through this, we support them with mentorship. It means that we would pair each person with a mentor from the industry. Peer learning, that is sessions which we will sit around. I will go through these in detail soon. Expert sessions in where we get an expert from whatever theme is necessary. So marketing, B2B, B2C, and we get them to talk with the founders and answer questions. Investor and corporate introduction. So we would introduce those who are interested. Now we more have a separation. For example, if you want grants, you will have a specialist in grants talking to them about grants, how to write a proposal. If the person has more focus into impact investment or a VC kind of fund and investment, we will help introduce to people in this field. And in the end, the top 10 from each cohort come for a conference here in Berlin, in Germany, with everything paid. Yes, the trip, no, we do not charge anything for it. And we have a top 10 selection in which we will sit down as a team and discuss which people were the most collaborative participant that had attendance. So I take attendance to every session. And if people are missing sessions, I will ask if there is an issue. If there was a problem, etc., it's no problem. But if the person starts missing too many, they will not qualify for the top 10. And of course, feedback from the mentors and from the experts that had contact with them. All right, so currently we are, I think these numbers are not fully updated, but we have amazing startups, and every 6 months we have a new cohort. So for example, the cohort that is going on right now will be over now in September, and you guys cohort that some of you may be part will start in September and run until February of next year. The sessions, as I said, they're all online. Everything is online except the Berlin conference. So we created almost like, I think now it's around 200 jobs, and revenue increased in 4.6 million and funds raised 3.2 million, even though also has been thankfully recently increased as one of the last cohort got investment through one of our introductions. So let's get a little bit more into details. A second. Here. What we offer. So I will get into details, but not that many, because otherwise we would stay here very, very long, and we have around an hour. But we have the digital kickoff of the conference, and the digital kickoff is 2 days. All right, and this will happen now in September. The remote program runs from September until February of 2023. Please, everyone, mute yourselves, because when you're talking, it reverberates here. So kindly, please mute yourselves. Thank you. As I said, the digital kickoff conference will happen 2 days online, in where you're gonna get to know the entire group, all the other people. Yes, you're gonna get to know everyone else from the Westerwelle Foundation. You're gonna get to know a little bit more about what we do and some other details. Yeah. Also, then we have the remote program that, as you guys know, it will be running from September to February. And then we're gonna have monthly interactive workshop with seasoned experts. And here I get a bit more detail to you guys. So basically what we have is like an example. Once we form the cohort, we're gonna get through all the applications. And again, just a reminder, please fill the entire application, put all the information. If you, for example, your website is not working, you can write there, my website is still not working, but please fill the information so we can understand your profile and properly evaluate, right? So then we will understand the profile of this cohort. Is this cohort a bit more advanced? Is this cohort more focused generally into social entrepreneurship? Is this cohort a bit more in need of marketing support? And then based on the cohort, based on the interviews, we're gonna do in the beginning the business diagnostics, sit with each one of you guys, evaluate what you need. You're gonna tell us what is important for you, for your business, and what you need to grow. Based on that, we're gonna prepare sessions For example, we had just recently impact investment session with an impact investor, and now we're having a session into pitch deck improvement. So a pitch deck specialist, someone who's done pitches in Silicon Valley, will do an entire session and will help afterwards the entrepreneurs to improve their pitches. So then after this, we have the access to the library. So all of these expert sessions, they are recorded. It means that you can easily and conveniently at your own pace sit down afterwards and rewatch it, re-record it, get the points. And normally your experts, they really want to keep in touch. They want to keep contact. You can contact them and answer questions. And then monthly peer mentoring session where we sit together as a whole, so the entire cohort, or divided in smaller groups. For example, sometimes we have female and male entrepreneurs, or we have Asia. It's a bit different sometimes from the African entrepreneurs, that is different from Latin American entrepreneurs, and you're going to get different points of view. Or per sector, for example, so retail and commerce that may have some challenges that is different from the people from education. They have challenges different from people who are fintech. So then we try to come up with solutions for the challenges that are in common from these groups. Then we have introduction to a senior mentor. These people are always like 5, 10, sometimes 10 plus years into their business, and they really understand what they're doing, and they really have a lot of knowledge, and they will share this knowledge, do a business plan, help you with your challenges, give you information, and normally meet once a month. This is what we recommend, but we got mentors that not only became friends with their mentees, they got into the board of their companies and invested directly in the board. So it really depends on you and in the relationship you develop with the mentors. All right, so then we have access to the Vestavela Foundation network and community. So we have in our network, as I said, we have 3 local offices, and we also have an amazing community with like 400 plus startups, and each person has a different background. They have a different expectations, they had different challenges, and they achieve different things. And this is absolutely so much fun. And this brings so much because you can go there. We have a Slack channel in which you can go present yourself and ask questions, do connections. And it has happened, for example, that we have people from the oldest cohorts meet on a digital hangout and a partnership come from it. Like this has happened recently. The 2 people were there. I was like, hey, your businesses have synergies. You guys both from Kenya. Perhaps you would like to meet in person. They met in that same day and they made a business partnership because of this connection. So it can always be very positive for you, but you have also to be the person to come forth. We also had, for example, some challenges. We had partnerships challenge that the person who was one of the people who met from this hangout ended up winning 100 euros in services for her startup. So it is really a matter of you going there and participating on everything we have to offer. And then, as I said, in the end, we have 20 in May of 2023. We will have a 5-day workshop, network events, ecosystem tours, and investor pitching for the top 10 participants. And as I said, the top 10 is chosen by attendance, performance, and growth. And when we say growth, we do not mean money. It's not just revenue that you grew your revenue, but growth, it can be a combination of the growth revenue, the growth that you had personally as an entrepreneur, the growth that you had of your community, of the impact of getting new partnerships, new investments. This is what we mean by growth. It's a combination of things. Yeah. And the last conference, the people got to attend an event in Silicon Alley. That is a huge networking group here in Berlin. The Factory Berlin, another huge ecosystem here of startups. They participated on these events. They had expert sessions about pitching. They had expert sessions about investment. They got, then in the end, on the last day, we always have a big event with supporters, donors, investors, people from huge foundations and other companies. They are interested in talking to you and maybe get to invest in you and your business. So this is about the program overall. And about the selection criteria, then it goes the part that you guys always really want to know. So what makes me a possible entrepreneur to participate in the Young Founders Program? It's pretty simple. In the last 5 years, you started a for-profit company, and this is extremely important. Yes, we accept social entrepreneurs, but we do not work with NGOs. Yeah, if you are NGO, a nonprofit like us, we are a nonprofit. If you're a nonprofit, you do not fit in our group. Yeah, so and you are focused on developing or emerging markets. What does it mean? Global South, so Latin America, Central America, Africa, some countries in the Middle East, and some countries in Asia. Why do I say some countries? If you're mostly based in a country who is already extremely developed, like Japan, and your main consumers and your main thing is for this developed country, you do not fit our criteria because you have a different set of challenges. Yeah, but for example, we have participants who are based in Lebanon, but they had incorporated in the UAE because it was easier for investments. Then this is absolutely fine because the main market is Lebanon. They work with Lebanon. They have the entire business and HQ in Lebanon, but they have incorporation to make it easier for because of business circumstances. That is okay. Or for example, we have a Kenyan entrepreneur who's was in America for some time trying to get investments and had a second base there to try to get investments for their business in Africa. And then they went back and continued investing there. So they are Kenyan. Yeah. So it makes it's a reason that they're Kenyan, they work in Kenya, they were just in America to get investments. So this is the type of entrepreneurship. And then some people of you guys ask me, hey, I have a bit more than 5 years or I have less than 5 years. That's fine. We analyze individual basis. This 5 years is our average, right? Sometimes some people started 7 years ago, but the first 3-4 years, you were not a real full company. It was still the idea. It was a small SME at home or in the garage, and then it grew into a full-fledged company. Or you just started, for example, 1-2 years ago and your company is a bit smaller, but you really have a good potential to grow and develop. That's also absolutely fine. Scalable business model. What do we mean is scalable? It means that it's something that is not, for example, if you have one baker shop, right, that you personally bake and you just sell for the local business, this is not necessarily a scalable business model. However, if you have two and you're trying to do a franchise and grow and you're actually the CEO of this and you have other people working directly on the places, this may be a scalable model. Do you see the difference? One thing is you alone, even if you have a small business, we had startups who had like 4 employees, 3 employees, but they have a business model in each. The startup has smaller employees, but they have other people supplying the product or service and they redistribute. This way, even though you have fewer employees, it is a scalable model because you can get more suppliers to reach more demand. And then ideally, we prefer that you guys have generated the first, at least the first external funding. What I mean is like many of you guys have been bootstrapping, and this is absolutely fine if you've been bootstrapping for a while. And then after a few years, yes, I know there's some people that are not on mute. Just 1 second, please. Let me mute. All right. I guess that's a bit better. Okay, fantastic. So as we're saying, so sorry, this is from work. Yes. So basically we have this expectation that normally you already went through this process of what we say FF, so friends and family. Sometimes you got some angel investors, but even if you've been bootstrapping most of the time, is also absolutely fine. Okay. Again, we're gonna do individual basis. Yeah. So again, everyone, please mute yourselves. Okay. Please do not unmute yourselves until we got to the questions part. Kindly make sure of that. Okay, disruptive qualities that can increase the quality, impact, inclusiveness of the industry. What we mean by that is basically people who have a business that is different, that is new, and it doesn't have to reinvent the wheel, but you have something, some qualities that you think, hey, my business can really expand and really make a difference to my community and my area, and this is absolutely something we would love to see. And then again, availability to attend to the digital kickoff. So as I said, we will go through all the applications. And after we went through all the application, this in the period of the first and second week of August, I will be sending an email, and this email will have information about you to schedule your interview. After the interview, you will already be told when are the days of the kickoff. We normally interview between 50 and 70 companies to get to the top 25. Okay, so then if you call to the interview, you have a good chance of getting accepted. Then you have to attend the digital kickoff. It's mandatory, all right? And this will most likely, and then why do I say most likely? Because it depends also on the interviews. If the interviews take a bit longer, or if we have a lot of questions in between, I have to go back, we may change the dates, but we are thinking it's gonna be done in the first week of September, first or second week of September, yeah? Amazing. So then the next main point is that we are looking for people who can participate once a week. This is the average time. Some of our expert sessions, like for example, has happened that they stay longer, but because the entrepreneurs wanted to stay longer, they were asking questions and the expert was absolutely open to answer more questions, and they were there half an hour extra, but it's around 1 hour per week. This is the average time that we give for each entrepreneur. Then good working knowledge of English. Why do we say this? The sessions are in English. Yes, I personally speak Portuguese, English, German, and English, Portuguese, German, and I'm missing one. But I think that is extremely important in Spanish, but I think that is extremely important since our community is an international community to be able to talk the international language of the community. So this does not mean that we're going to be extremely strict just based on that. If you have some difficulties or are more shy, this is not exactly a reason we're going to exclude you, but we want to make sure that you will understand and you take some positive things from our sessions. All right. So now, let me explain a little bit about the application. So the deadline is, oh, sorry, I didn't update this one here. This is incorrect. It's not March 13th. It is now August 8th. Yeah. Let me just correct here. Give me 1 second, please. Just 1 second, let me just correct here. All right. August 9, sorry. Tuesday, August 9, yeah, the rest was correct. Fantastic. So as I was saying, then the applications will be running until August. Yeah, give 1 second and I will definitely answer every questions that you guys have, okay? I just wanna finish the presentation per se, and then I will definitely answer every question. So August 9, Tuesday at 11:59 Central European Time, so until the evening. And then please have in hand your pitch deck, your LinkedIn profile, your CV basic information, and the application should take around 20 minutes to fill. You have, I will drop the link again here on the description, but you guys have access to this also on social media and everything else. So the interviews are gonna be between August 22 and August 26, because we're gonna take these 2 weeks to review the applications, and then we're gonna have around 50 minutes. And then normally we would like to see your pitch so that you present your pitch. Kindly try to come with enough time to sit down, check your internet and be calm, and then have, of course, enough time to breathe, get some water, and have a nice presentation. So after your pitch, normally we're going to ask questions. It's not going to be just me, but members of my team as well. And we're going to be discussing like your motivation. Why do you want to be part of the program? What are your expectations? What type of mentor you would like? So we can see if you really fit with the general cohort and with our program and our foundation. Then we have, if you're hesitant, if you're like unsure, please just apply, because there are many times that people, we don't expect anyone perfection to fit to a T to what is our general. We give general guidelines, and of course we have some expectations and requisites. But if you feel like, oh, I'm a bit on the line, let me try to apply and see, maybe you're gonna be chosen. The notifications of results is gonna be August 30/31, so by the end of the month. Yeah, why do I say 30/31? Because it can happen that we take one long extra day if there are like so many candidates. Like last time was so hard to choose only 25. You guys were so fantastic, and I'm so happy with the people that apply, and I'm really excited to see the applications for this cohort. All right, so this is the general application, and this is me. I am the program coordinator. This is my email. Now I'm gonna go through the questions. Just give me 1 second, please, so I can answer the questions to you. All right, so no questions so far. Can a pre-MVP business apply with a strong team as a product to be launched soon? Yes, you can definitely apply. It has happened, for example, that a person was about to, they applied, and right after they got a great partnership and they really validated their program. So when we got to the interviews, their business was in the perfect spot for us to help them grow. So absolutely, please apply. We will be more than happy with a strong team, a product to be launched, and you have already an idea, you have an understanding of your business, you have business market, you have some research, some validation. We can definitely analyze your case if it is well structured already. Yeah. What are the countries in Asia eligible for applications? Sri Lanka eligible, absolutely is eligible. I think what we normally say, we look at the development, the UN development, I forgot, but they have a number, and then we try to see countries that are considered in development. So these countries that are developing, then this is our priorities, right? So I think the traditional countries from Asia that wouldn't normally be accepted is like South Korea, for example, Japan, because they already have a big market for startups. It's not the same thing as some countries like Cambodia, Sri Lanka, some other countries that would definitely need a bit more support. Welcome. Is there an age limit? Thank you so much, Mark, for this question. This is a question that comes a lot because the name of the program is Young Founders Program. So a lot of people are like, oh, young founders. Does it mean that me with my 50s, I cannot be accepted? No, not at all. We say there is a lot about being young at heart as well. And what we mean young is also about how mature you are as an entrepreneur. So I'm not saying that someone that is 85 would 100% be accepted. What I mean is we have an age normally the average is between 25 and 35, but we had people that were older, but they were their first business, they had started in the last few years, they fit everything else. Just because they're a few years older, that's absolutely not a problem. We would definitely not accept a serial entrepreneur. So you had already 4 or 5 startups that are extremely well known and sold to the market, then we would not accept, because this is not the point. All right, let me see next question. Welcome. Can someone apply as a director, shareholder of a company, not a founder, but in behalf of the company? Absolutely amazing question. We normally expect at least a co-founder. So I don't think we ever had just a director and it was not on the board, or like the main founders or co-founders. Like we had, for example, sometimes the CCO, but I think in general there's like a founder, a co-founder. This is what we give the priority. But apply and we can definitely see. And then depending on the case, we can see what is the relationship, what is the situation with you and your company. And there are cases and cases. This is why I say do not get the technicality. But if you're just, for example, a PM, then it doesn't really fit, because we want someone who has a higher level of strategic overview, who can really interfere and affect the business and decisions. Okay, I applied last time and they told me my business is a nonprofit, but it's for profit. What did it happen that way? Well, Elvis, I would have to analyze your case specifically, because as I say, like sometimes we have thousands and thousands of applications. So we do look at them at individual points. But if it was not clear that you are, because sometimes social entrepreneurships that are not that clear that they are for profit, so they have a revenue source. Sometimes it can be your pitch deck that is not clear what is your revenue source, or what is not clear what is your product per se, right? So please, if you have any questions, just send me an email. I can absolutely go through the applications. I don't know which year you applied. So depending on which year, maybe I cannot find it, but probably yes. Oppo, just 1 second, please. Basic financing information. Can we download this on the bank or where? Look, the basic financial information, we do not mean we don't need your bank records. This is confidential information to you. What we want to understand is, for example, what is your revenue? How much is your revenue in the last year? How much is your revenue of this year? What was the growth based on that? How many employees you have? What is your cash burn? This type of information. And again, all the information you give to us is confidential as well. We do not need your bank details, okay? You just have to give us the numbers. And then when we have if you pass to the interview, we're gonna ask more details about that. I'm a fashion designer from Namibia, and my dream to have my brand all around the world. Can I apply? If you already have a startup, a fashion startup, yes, we had fashion startups. Absolutely, they had a business that was based on fashion, and they wanted to have they had a scalable business that already wanted to expand and to scale. Absolutely, you can apply. You just have to see how you present this. Like you have to have already established business, right? Have a brand that has a name, that has all the documentation, everything very clear. Otherwise, if it's just you and you're not like a registered incorporated business, etc., then I don't know if it would fit. But you please apply, and then I would see the individual case. Is there a 7 revenue bracket for applicants? Fantastic question, Zinorin. Yes and no. Why do I say yes and no? We try to get people who had at least 10K of revenue through their lifetime. Yeah, the entire lifetime. However, there are sometimes exceptions, right? If there are specific types of business that are extremely scalable and based on the time year that they've been, because otherwise normally it configures as an SME. But please do not be strict on that. The same way, don't be strict about the age. Sometimes people think that because of the Young Founders Program, they have an age. It's a more general thing. Year 2021. I mean, like this was the last one where 2020. True right now, right? Sorry. Yeah, it's 2022. So then we want to know like year 2021. Oh, but my company has only 6 months. We haven't had the big revenue last year. It does not matter. Apply, and then we will check to see if it fits or not. Yeah, because for example, sometimes we look and we're like, for example, in this cohort, we have someone that has a business who started a couple months, a bit over 6 months ago, now a year, now it's over a year, but when they applied, they had a bit more 6 months, but they already were generating revenue. They had an amazing background, they had a great idea, and they already were starting to contact angel investors. So they were really on that point to be scalable, that tip. So they applied, and when we really got to the conversation, we saw the potential and really wanted to support. They just finished a round of funds that they raised over 200K. So we're very happy to have taken them, and they are definitely scalable. My business has not started to get revenue. We have gotten orders and now raising money to fulfill them. Can I apply? Yes, because technically, if you got orders, it means that your business is already in place, right? So it means that you have a proper business, you already have a product or service that you're giving, and you already got orders. It means that it's already the market already showed that your business has potential. So you can apply, and then we will see, depending on the profile, if it really fits with the cohort or not. Oh wow, a lot of questions. Haven't any startup, but I have a plan and ideas for startups. Should I apply to this program, please? Unfortunately, we are not in the ideation stage. We are on the stage of people who already have the company is already established. However, depending if you are, we are looking to expand to have other types of programs, but if you are in Tunisia or in Rwanda or in Tanzania, in Arusha, please take a look at the startups houses there. They really have ideation programs. Now, I found I have an idea. I'm trying to demo an app. I'm trying to find a demo area to try my app. Can I apply? It really depends because you're saying that you already have the app and you are testing the app, but are you incorporated already? Do you have like the business is already registered and you have already getting revenue or have some source of income or have some type of investment? Then yes, because startup is a broad term, right? It can be business. If already has something working, you can apply and then we would analyze your case. Sorry, do you have a target revenue you look at? No, as I said, we normally try to take over 10K in lifetime revenue, but we do not have very strict this. Apart from business registration, from what other registration requirements will be needed? Well, we normally expect that you are a startup, that you are registered, that you have some source of revenue, or at least are in the process. Like here I said, I already have orders, I have market validation, I'm now preparing to fulfill the orders. It means that you already got some market validation, you got some clients, you got some process. So yes, you could apply. This is the general information. All right, let me see here. I think someone had your hands raised. Oppo, would you like to make your question, please? Maybe is what you wrote, Oppo, then I will read. Yes, please.
I have question. Hello.
Yes, please.
Actually,
Hello?
yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Oppo.
I have question. Sorry.
Please, Oppo, make your question.
Yeah, my name is Margaret Wangeshi. I deal with woodwork and I have a startup. My business is established. So I want to start a school for whereby I can teach the young people on how to make joinery, carpentry. I just need a push to start that school. Thank you.
All right. Well, if you have a startup with a carpentry, you're absolutely welcome. Because if your objective is to grow and establish a school, for example, we have another company that they participated, that they started also like a school for training of farmers in Nigeria. So then they needed this push. Like we do not, as a foundation, let me make very clear, we do not give money. Okay. However, we give the context and we help you to get those investments. So we would support you to get what you need to grow your business.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. After Ahmed, please, you wanted to make a question?
Yeah. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And I am like a IT student, and I have one startup which is working on the IT company. Like we are offering the trainings like for the new beginners. So can I apply for this program?
Your company is already established, right?
No, we have planned to establish. Like I'm an IT student.
I would really recommend you to apply. So then we can evaluate your case and understand really like the background and what you guys are doing, because depending on the situation, definitely you could be accepted.
And when I came Pakistan, like I'm from Pakistan, and it would be eligible for this program.
Yes, absolutely. We had on the top 10 of last time, we had 4 Pakistanis. We had a whole house. Yes, we have amazing Pakistani. We have Bangladesh. We have India. We absolutely would be happy to receive you.
But right now I'm living in Europe, North Macedonia.
Yeah, it's not a problem. Is your business established in
Uh,
Pakistan or here?
my business is not yet established there. Like I have idea to establish in coming future, in coming days. So can I apply for this program?
Okay, so since you're still pretty in the beginning, I do not think that we would fit our program, because we're not for ideation stage. We work really with people that already are wanting to grow. So the ideation stage is a bit more behind. If you had already some revenue, it had already like a full process, then yes. But if you're still very behind, unfortunately, we are not for ideation stage. But thank you for your question. Emmanuel, please.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. I have a legal tech startup, software as a solution, established in Estonia, but one of our main drive is to take it down to Asia and Africa. So can I apply for this?
Absolutely, Emmanuel. It's exactly perfect what we expect. It is a company that wants to expand, it wants to grow, it wants to get there. And absolutely, this really seems like it fits. We have a legal tech startup right now as well in this current cohort. So yes, please apply.
Thank you.
Techno Spark, could you please share your question? Techno
Thank you so
Spark?
much.
Yes.
Yes, I wanted to ask to say I'm into agro business, the buying and selling of produce. Currently, of course, we are registered by the Registrar of Companies. So I also wanted to ask what are the other requirements that we should meet in order maybe for you to consider us?
You're already registered company and you sell, you resell produce, or do you produce as well?
No, we resell produce.
You resell produce. So if you are a
Yes.
business, then you can apply.
All
Are
right.
you in this is what I
Malawi.
forgot to ask Emmanuel as well, but if you are in a country in Africa, Asia, or Latin America, and your business is already established, as you said, and you deal with produce, we have right now agro companies as well. So we do not have limitation per sector. Okay, so what we just normally do not work with is traditional SME, so like just a small business. But if you are a startup and you see what is a startup, something that can scale, it's scalable and can grow. Yeah, so it's a business that you see, for example, having new franchises, new other offices, and you want to expand, then definitely it fits our program. Yes. Please, then Asif.
Yes. Hello. Good afternoon.
Yes.
My startup is a SaaS-based startup. The product of phase one is complete, and currently it's in pre-revenue stage. It means I'm running at trials for like 3 months now with the customer. And in another 3 months' time, the customers will be coming into a billing cycle. They'll start to do the subscription based. So do I still qualify for this particular program?
Yes, absolutely you do. Because it means that you already had market validation. If you had already the clients, they already signed up or using your product, and then you still have like a still around to go. We also had another startup that dealt with products, for example, and still was about to reach that 10K, but still was getting the billing. Had it not finished the billing cycle, we also absolutely have no problem with that. We just need you to be established. So normally the revenue is a way for us to understand if your business is really existing and is generating something, right? But again, this number is for threshold. Yeah, it's not an absolute limitation. So please apply. We would be absolutely happy to consider your application.
Okay, because I'm also currently looking at investors to support to scale my business. Today that is one of the biggest challenges I have is to get investors to back me up a little bit, because the initial period of funding is really important for me to scale up. So that's why one of these programs is very important for me as well.
Absolutely. And this is exactly the stage that most of our startups are. They're about to really grow big, and they have the plan. So the startup is already there. They already had the idea. They proved to the market they had some orders or had some selling, or already made the product available in the market. And then they are just now about to really grow, but they need that investment. They need that support. They need that knowledge on logistics, on laws, and etc. This is where we come from. Thank you so much, Asif, for your question. And someone asked here, must be in the tech industry? No, Anita. You absolutely do not have to be in the tech industry. We had health, we had education, we had agribusiness, we've got agri-tech, fintech, just financial, normal business. We have every combination, yeah? It just needs to be scalable. So what is scalable? It means that, for example, if you have like one local office and you know that you could take this business to other ones, right? And put in other places and reach more people, then we know that definitely is scalable. Some tips on how we can apply. Yes, Joseph. Again, I'm sharing the link here. This is a form. You can click on this form. Let me share the screen with you guys and just show the form. Let me share just 1 second. As we were here in the chat, you guys can see here that you click, right? And once you get to this, it will open a Zoho form. And this is our form. In this form, you can easily just here, as you say, has the details from September to February, and about the conference, the remote program, what we're looking for, the application process. And then, for example, you have here the info session, that is this one today, and we have another one coming in August, the beginning of August. If you have any questions, you can send me an email about technical issues, and you click next. Then here we're gonna have information, email, name, birthday, gender, nationality, continent, etc. And then as you feel your, this is just an example, but like as you're feeling, you're gonna put all this information here. And again, remember that you need to fill everything. Please fill the entire thing. Even if it is like, oh, I'm still not sure exactly, I don't have a very specific revenue, but at least explain to us what you need. And then you're gonna go, oh, sorry. I have to put a valid email address, .com. And then you're gonna go here next, and you're gonna be page 3. It's gonna be about the company. You have to tell us the name of your startup, the industry, tech, financial, IT, agriculture, transportation, green, whatever. Then description, kind of explain to us in some words. It doesn't have to be a huge text. Just explain to us what is your business and what is expected of it. A URL. Here, please, Google Drive. Yeah, Google Drive is the easiest one, but there's also other services that you can share the pitch deck. Yeah, create a pitch deck, a PPT, and in some pages, if you have questions, please just go online, how to build a pitch deck, create this, and this is going to explain to us who you are and what is your business. You put the URL here that is linked to Google Drive. We're going to access it, look at your business. Data incorporation is optional. Yeah, when you started operations, when you started working, and then here is the information that we asked. It's nothing intense, guys. It's literally, when did you start operations, and your revenue, lifetime revenue is meaning total funds raised. So like it can be 0. Like some companies are still bootstrapping, right? But you can have maybe raised a grant, or maybe you got an award for a pitch competition. I don't know, you can put here number of employees, and then you have to say the funding type that you're expecting, equity, debt, grant, or other. Who is the founding team, the milestones that you start up in the next 6 months. So what do you expect to achieve? So for example, in the next 6 months, I want to open 2 other offices. I want to reach 250 more people, or I want to scale my product. I want to increase my app. And then through this, then all the relevant, and then you can send, that's it. So it's 3 pages, it's pretty quick. It's around 20 minutes. Really quick, I just have to
I have a question.
Yes, please.
This is Elvis from Uganda. I see that the program selects 25 entrepreneurs or social businesses, and only 10 make it to Berlin. What happens to the remaining 15? Thank you.
They go through the program normally. It's literally, so like we have the entire program with 25, right? The entire program, beginning to end. But there are people that, there were people, so this wasn't the main thing, that start the program and then just doesn't participate, does not come to the sessions, are not there. These people will not come to Berlin. For us, we want people who are participative, who are disruptive, who are being part of it, who are interested, who are always active, right? And then the best 10 of the 25 will make to Berlin. The others will not. Then these 10 ones will also, like in the last conference, we actually got a give 5K equity-free, grant-free prize award for one of the best of the top 10. There was a person who made a presentation pitch that was so good, that was voted the best pitch presentation in the conference, and this person got on top of all an award. So we really want to help and support you guys. We really want this grant, this award is an extra thing, right? So the program per se, we do not give money. This award was to someone who was so participative, so active, so the entire time being there and supporting, and became an ambassador later on, and is really trying to support other businesses. This is what we want to see. Is this, oh, sorry. I sell thrift clothes. I have a page on Instagram. Can I also apply and expand my business? Yes, clothing business and fashion business is absolutely acceptable. It's just as long as you have a registered business, of course, like you have to have a business, right? If it's a registered business and you're wanting to grow, like we had someone else who worked with sports material. So it was kind of retailer e-commerce that is expanding and trying to get to other countries and other people. Absolutely, please reach. Tax clearance certificate, a mandate for the registration, no. You just have to be a registered startup. So you have to have a real company. So it's registered, right? Legal business, legal documents, there is nothing else that we expect. Can grants received by the startup count as revenue in the case the business hasn't been fully launched pre-MVP? Excellent question. Yes, I think I would definitely put this as part of, because if you wanted a grant equity free, then it's definitely a source of income. So there's business who do a lot of, for example, presentation and pitches and etc., and they gain grants, and this is a way to support the business. Turns out to be difficult applying it. I would love to help. How can I do it? Doing business online and to expand. Really, it's just going through the form. You just have to fill out the information, and this is all that we expect from you, from your business. You just have to fill out this information on the form. You select business. Yes, already answered this one. Thank you for information. Thank you, Sasimni. Must the business be in tech? No, I already answered this one. Just 1 minute. Again, I'm sharing the form in the link. Yeah, please check it out. Sole traders. Caroline, I would really need more details into what you said. I don't understand just sole traders. With 2 beautiful beauty spas, our aim is to gain into a franchise with 50 spas in Kenya. Are we eligible? Yes, absolutely you are. You're definitely eligible, because then you want to do a scalable business. It's not just like you as one sole beautician that was working one thing. No, you have a franchise that already has 2 and you're trying to keep expanding, and your plan is 50. Absolutely, this is growable, scalable business. So please clarify on pitch deck. Yeah, in 1 second, I would definitely clarify a little bit more. So if not everyone knows what is a pitch deck, you can easily Google pitch deck. What is a pitch deck? You're gonna easily find this information online. Pitch deck is a series of PPTs that has information about your business, right? So normally you have this in a PPT format, similar to what I presented to you guys now. And then in a pitch deck, you're gonna have like 10 to 15 pages in there that you're gonna do introduction. You're gonna say the problem. So for example, here we're talking about a spa, so beauty spa. So the problem, you say, like, people in Kenya don't have that much time to take care of themselves. Our solution is a spa in which you can easily book, one example, book online. And the market size, we have 2.3 million people in this area, and we already reached, I don't know, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. The product is a beauty spa that offers this service. The traction is how many clients you had. The team, who is part of the team, a little bit about your financials, and this is the pitch deck. Have a business registered, but it's under sole proprietor, not as a limited company. IR is still eligible. Very good question. Definitely apply. and we're going to look your case individually, because it can be registered as that, but you can maybe want in the future to grow and get other investments and then be a full limited company. And then we would have definitely a discussion on that. And if you pass, if your business has a very interesting background and expectations, we can 100% and talk to you later and then answer any more questions that we would have. Thank you, Caroline, for the question. On the pitch deck, yes. So as I said, the pitch deck is very, very simple. It's basically a couple pages. And as you say here, for example, you can go Googling and you're gonna find many, many explanations and details on how to create a pitch deck. Yeah, and even looking online, you can easily find pitch deck of famous companies, so like Airbnb and other thing. And please do a pitch deck and then share with us. And this really, really, really helps improve your chances of really getting into the program. Alam, please, you had a question?
Yes, please. I'm Alam from Indonesia. My company involved in retail and logistics services from 2019 until now. We are a startup with trying to solve logistic barrier in Eastern Indonesia. We are generated cash flow and profit for 2 years, and I kept qualified to join the program.
Yes, if you have a registered business and you said you want to solve the logistical issues in Indonesia, absolutely. We had logistic businesses. This is absolutely something that we can deal with. Technospark, please.
I'm sorry, nothing.
Oh, okay. All right then. These were my main points of pitch deck. Mia Lee, please.
Yes, hi everyone. My question is, do we need to be a leader of the program, of the project, or is it okay if I'm just a co-leader? Can I still apply?
If you're a co-founder, yes.
Yes.
Yes, definitely. Absolutely. We have had co-founders and that's not an issue. You just need to be on the C-level because you need to be someone who can really interfere and change the business and make it strategic decisions. Yeah. So if you are co-founder and you are like, for example, CCO or COO, yes, absolutely. Please, CFO, no problem whatsoever. Please apply. 10, 15 pages. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is generally the size of pitch deck, Oppo. This is the general sizes of pitch decks. You can definitely make your own. Just look online. You guys are going to find many, many options. How much slides should be considered the pitch deck? In general, most pitch decks have around 10 to 15 pages, but it really depends on your business, right? If you can explain everything clean and simple, there's absolutely no problem if it is less. Just don't make 50 pages. Some people get a bit overboard and put every information. You don't have every information. We need to understand your business, right? So air, sleep, and share is stay in a local home. For example, here is something like Airbnb. So they had some pages explain what is the business, what is how many accommodations they had, what is the product, how this product better, and this is how they explain their business, right? So it's not that hard to find examples online. You can, for example, see, for example, this is one company called Mint, and here, if you're looking, oh, sorry, the place to click, yes. If you look here on this other thing, they had some details here. You can see like about the Mint, they have 49 million people, and they have 31 million prospective users. This is the target demographic. The CPA is the referrals, and kind of letting us know what their businesses are all about, right? So this is the main information. Does anyone have any last questions before we wrap this up? Here is with all the information. And please, can we create a WhatsApp group? We should be helping each other. Absolutely. If you guys want to help each other, just go for it. It is like definitely great. We are a clean tech startup going to make breathtakes for plastic to work. Are we eligible for the program? Yes, if you're already registered business, absolutely, please apply. We're very happy with eco businesses. Yeah, definitely the future. Amazing. So I think that this is most of the questions. Thank you guys so much for coming to the info call. We're very, very, very excited to get your applications, to get your questions, to get everything. Please apply. And I hope to see some of you guys soon in the interviews. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye, everyone. Yes, I will email the record in the end.
Thank you very much.
Everyone.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Yes, Anthony, if you need to resubmit, please resubmit.
Thank you very much. Lovell from Sierra Leone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye. Thank you very much.